Hey traders, I just wanted to do an update. I haven't done a video in a while, and I wanted to show you. The market's been there's just a lot of uncertainty in the market, not from a standpoint of we don't know what's going to happen, we don't know about what the debt deal is going to be, and we don't know about what's going to happen in Europe, and that type of uncertainty doesn't really bother me. What bothers me is the fact that at any moment there can be a news event that we are not aware of, that can drastically affect the market, and that can be something that happens quite quickly. And there's a higher probability right now, given the state of what's happening in the U.S. and overseas, that is going to occur. And so I've been very cautious with my trading, and it helps that I haven't been able to find hardly any patterns to trade on the higher time frame charts. But more importantly is that I've kind of resigned myself to taking shorter term positions, which is not normal for me. I'm not an active day trader because of my work as an educator and as a trainer. And so as I'm looking across the market here, anytime I can find some extra ways to put some scratch in my pocket, I'm trying to do that. And so I've got on my chart here in front of you a head and shoulders pattern on the 5-minute chart on the euro dollar. And I've gone ahead and taken a short position here. You can see I'm up about $60 right now. That's about 6 pips. It's not very much. And as you can see, immediately I took the short position, and immediately after taking the short position, this thing rallied on me. I'm like, great. Haven't even started my video yet, and I'm going to get stopped out. And so I went and had a meeting and came back in about 10 minutes, and here we sit now. My initial targets are just right down here at the base of this head and shoulders pattern, because I'm not entirely confident that we're going to go lower, although I am eyeballing a zone down here 42.24, where we could see some potential action. So as basically what I'm just trying to show you is that there are a variety of ways to trade the market, when you know what you're doing, when you are in a position to take advantage of some of these actions. Again, what am I risking here? I've got about 10 pips of risk, so I'm risking $100 to potentially, once we come down and hit target 2, I'll come off. So it's basically risk 1 to make 1.2 or 1.1 or something like that. And once we get there, then we'll see where the market goes from there. Stops will go to break even, of course, and we'll potentially have sorry guys, we will potentially have a winning trade here. Well, we will have a winning trade. I'm sorry if this seems a little bit discombobulated, but I just wanted to show you guys that there are a variety of ways to trade. That it really doesn't matter what kind of trader you want to be. We have talked about pattern recognition. We have talked about some channel stuff that we've looked at. I've shown you several different ways to make money, and I do this more for education than for anything else. Sure, it puts several $100s in my pocket, and it's nice to do that, but I'm more concerned with the education aspect of what it is that we're doing here than with the money. The money is a byproduct of doing things correctly, and that's what most traders don't understand, is that making money in the markets is not about having the right system. It's not about having the right secret indicator and oscillator alignment. What trading profitably, what consistent profitability, making money in the markets is really about is trading consistently. For example, we can look right here and see that the lows here came in at 44.70, and 44.68 is my first target. And in order to protect myself, I'm just going to go ahead and roll my stops to break even. And in this situation, we haven't hit the first target yet, and there is a good possibility, because these stops are so tight, a mere 10 pips away, that we may rally and stop me out before I hit my target. But that's okay, because I'm concerned with protecting capital, not making huge gains. And this is the problem, is most traders immediately want to take profits when they get into the money, and they want to always pull their stop back when they're in a position to be stopped out, because they don't want to lose money. And in the position we're in, we always take a look at the market and say, where are those points where the market is likely to reverse? We base all of our decision making off of the structure of the market. And in this situation, guys, you need no technical indicators. You need nothing to look at this chart, see the head and shoulders pattern that has emerged, and take your short position. And when you do that, there is, of course, a high probability. That's why we trade these patterns, is because there are high probabilities here that markets are likely to reverse. They don't always reverse. But as in the case here, you can see that the market coming into there and pulling off of that area and now coming down into our first target. And I'm going to buy a little bit of time here and see if we can't just hit the first target in this video, because we're only a few pips away from it. And a lot of traders will say, well, just take it, just take it, just take it, because that, guys, is what I'm talking about. That's the undisciplined aspect of trading that most traders are involved with. And it's not that big a deal right now. If we're a pip away or 2 pips away and you're just like, what's a pip or 2 pips, let's just go ahead and take those profits off. But guys, what ends up happening is that you've got a 20 pip target or a 30 pip target, and it starts out by just taking, I'm just going to shave off 2 pips there. And then the next time, I'm just going to shave off, and we're 5 pips away, let me just take those profits. And then the next thing that you know, every time you enter a trade, as soon as you move into the money, the only thought in your head is taking profits, taking profits, taking profits. And that's not what we want to do. That's not what we want to. That's not the type of discipline that we want to be putting out there, because flat out it's not discipline. It's being undisciplined. And I talk a lot about discipline in trading because I think it's important, and actually because so much of my life was in the military and in the private the private sector, working as contractor and consultant. And so I'm big on discipline. Marine Corps is big on discipline. And as we take a look at this at trading, I have found that my successes in the markets have always come from, or have been, I can attribute a lot of that to what I've been doing every day, day in and day out, with the discipline that I've had, and I attribute that to the military largely. So anyway, I've been buying time here. Nothing has happened, so I'm going to go ahead and stop the tape, and we'll come back when we got something else. And here we go, traders. Just about to get stopped out here. Go ahead and watch this as it happens, one or the other. As you can see, we've come back in several times to test, then we rolled over, came back down. If we don't hit our target right here, then there's a high probability that this is going to be it, and we're going to see ourselves get stopped out. So that's why we have our stops in place. And so there we go, stopped out. We made about, what is it, probably $15 on that, so not a whole lot. But just another example, traders, of every little bit helps. You had a profitable trade there. I don't know what's going to happen here. I don't know whether this market's going to end up rolling over. I don't really care at this point. I'm not going to attempt to re-enter this trade. What I'm going to do is just be patient and wait for the next trade setup to occur. Thanks so much, guys. I'll talk to you soon.